Today I'll be going over a flipping method that I have not gone over yet on the channel, and it's something that one of my viewers actually brought to my attention, and I know people have probably messed around with this in the past. It's just something I've never tried up until just a couple days ago, and I had a ton of success with it. And this flipping method really probably can get you up to like 200 plus thousand stubs a day if you really want to grind it. So hope you guys do enjoy and find this video helpful. And if you do, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. But now let's get into the flipping strategy. So the flipping method I'll be going over is all about equipment, and you could even throw in some sponsorships too. They're kind of similar, but I only focused on equipment when I tried this just a couple days ago. And it's important to know that equipment items normally take a while for orders to start going through. So make sure you guys remain patient with this because it can get tedious. But just in one day, I was actually able to make a little over 100,000 stubs from this. And I wasn't really being that as attentive as I could have been with all of my orders for really most of the day. But the thing is if you're making, 100,000 to 200,000 stubs a day, I talked about how it's a little bit tedious and whatnot. I just think the tedious work is worth it if you're making that much off of it. You guys can be the judge of that, but I highly recommend doing this. So you still might be wondering, okay, but what do I do exactly? And that's what we're going to go over right now. So this method is super, super easy. And basically what you want to do is in the morning, go on the MLB The Show companion app and start putting in a ton of orders for every equipment item with a good margin. So just scroll through all of the equipment items, find all of those with, a big differential between the buy and sell now prices. With that big differential, a lot of room for profit, and pick those ones and start putting in buy orders. So let's just go over an example of a ritual item here. This is under equipment, and big differential between buy and sell prices, right? Over 6,000 here. Let's put in a buy order of 62.55. It just has to be one more than the sell now price, so that order goes through. That item is ours once someone sells that card, and then we can put in a sell order for this much, and after the tax, 10% tax, we get 11,300. So we're making literally over 5,000 stubs from this flip if our orders go through. So that's the ones you want to look for, right? The ones with the big differentials between that buy now and sell now price. So you're making a lot of profit. So just scrolling through here, right? I can pick out, not on this page, but from most of these pages, I can kind of pick out a lot with good differentials. This is an example of one, obviously, with not a good differential. So we're putting in a buy order, let's say, for 1,000. That goes through. We're selling it for like 1,800. We're not making anything. In fact, we're probably losing, right? So after that 10% tax, well, now we're not losing, but after that 10% tax, we're just making a few hundred stubs. Not really worth my time and effort, right? But something like this, that glove right there, 4,000 differential between there, solid. Right here, this sleeve, very, very good, right? We're probably going to make, if our buy and sell orders go through on that one, we're probably making 5,000-6,000 on that flip. So just going through again and putting in a ton of buy orders on all of these items, and then eventually they'll just go through, and maybe like you put in like 30 or something buy orders. 10% of these orders, just to let you guys know, will probably go through within the first 30 minutes. And this is important to know because you're going to have to go into your active orders like I just showed you there, and you're going to have to basically, I would say every 30 to 45 minutes, go back into your active orders. And for ones that people have jumped you with their buy orders, and I would go into those, cancel your orders, re-enter new buy orders, so you're the top one. So then when someone sells the card, your order goes through, and then, yeah, that card will be yours. But make sure you guys are going back through your active orders, checking them, making sure you're at the top of the line, and if not, canceling them, re-entering them. And again, I would do that every like 30 minutes or so. It kind of depends what your schedule looks like, whatever, but I try to do it every 30 to 40 minutes. And the same goes for sell orders. If you're noticing that your sell orders just are not going through, a few people have jumped yours, you can go ahead, cancel it, re-enter a new sell order. Hopefully that sells as quickly as possible. Also, keep in mind that some of the equipment you're putting in buy and sell orders for are just going to go through quicker than some of the rest, right? So you can, if that happens and some, you you get a quick flips, within the first 30 minutes for some of these, go ahead, put in more buy orders for those items and try to flip those items more as you wait for your orders for your other equipment to go through, because some of these are just going to go through quicker than others. So keep that in mind and definitely stay on top of, continuing to flip the items that go through quickest and just trying to make the most stubs possible. And for me, a couple of the expensive bats or bat skins that I was trying to flip just were not going through very quickly at all. So I might, if I were you guys, try to stay away from bats and bat skins. That might have been the bats I was trying to flip, the specific bats, but I don't know. I would just stick to all this other stuff like cleats, ritual items, sleeves, all of that. So here's some examples of flips I had. So the Lindor 1 here, I put in a buy order for 7,400 and then sold it for 11,600, basically 11,700. So that's a few thousand stub profit right there off of that one. And then let's see, we got the training ball here, 8,600 is what I bought it for, sold it for basically 13,000, right? So lots of stubs off of that training ball. That was a good one. So I would probably recommend that one for you guys. I did that one a few times. That one's it has pretty good margins most of the time too. The rhythm one, I put in that one's not as good, right? But still making a couple, maybe 2,000, 2,500 stubs off that. Not as good as some of these other ones, but you guys kind of get the deal. I was probably making 3,000 to 4,000 on average per flip of these equipment items, and I flipped whatever it was, like 30, 35 of them, something like that. And again, I just want to stress the importance of monitoring your buy and sell orders and making sure you're at the top of the line. So when people buy and sell the equipment, yours is going through and you're getting that item or selling that item, because that's probably one of the more important things of this strategy, right? Just making sure your orders go through, because there's not a lot of equipment items that go through, throughout the day, just because not as many people are buying and selling them. So that's super important to know. Keep that in mind and definitely stay on top of that. So this is easily one of the best stub methods in the game right now. So highly recommend, if you guys need stubs, get on this, get on the MLB The Show companion app, start flipping, putting in a ton of buy orders for some of these equipment items, and it is well worth your time. And if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop those down in the comments section. Otherwise, I appreciate you guys for sticking around to the end. See you guys next time. Peace.